about how this webinar is. But he wants the session to be interactive. So okay lang if you don't wanna turn on your video, that's fine. But you can unmute yourselves if you have questions for him. But this is going to be an interactive session. And
Yeah.
yeah, okay. So this is June Hebrew. Thank you for doing this, June.
Hi, Karen. Hi, Shane, Maria, Sheila, and Eleanor. Thank you for joining us. I hope the number ups. I think some people are still trying to connect, and
Yeah.
I'm so glad that you guys are here. Okay, in our mindfulness webinar. This is the third time that we're doing this, and we're doing this for free because we believe in the power of mindfulness. We think that in the online healing community, we agree that meditation is something that should be a part of our lives, our daily lives. Okay, if we want to create a much more peaceful and a much calmer world, most especially these days when a lot of people are having anxiety and mental health challenges because of the many things that are happening. And there's power in mindfulness, there's power in being still and just simply trusting that everything will be okay. And in addition to what Karen said, yes, this would be a recorded session, but don't worry, the only recorded part here are the salient points of what I'm going to be talking about, okay, but none of those that you will share, okay, none of those that you will share later, okay? So I would just like to ask you, you can use your chat box, okay? Chat is underneath the screen, okay, of Zoom screen, okay, beside participants, it says their chat. So what pushed you or what made you come here tonight, okay, in our meditation, here in our meditation or mindfulness webinar? May I read from you guys? Eleanor, Maria, Sheila, Shane, may I read from you your intent in joining this meditation or this mindfulness webinar? Anyone? Okay, so Shane, I want to learn. Okay, Eleanor says she wants to learn how. All right, how to be mindful. I think that's what she was trying to say. And we also have Maria Sheila saying techniques on how to become calmer. Yes, amidst this pandemic and focusing attention to the present moment. Okay, yes, I understand. Okay, a busy mother of two, so it's easy to lose it sometimes. Okay, Shane agrees. Okay, so let's talk about it. Okay, so we're talking about intent because that's the first thing. Okay, intent is important when we meditate. When we meditate, it's important that our intentions are clear. By the way, this is mindfulness for beginners. So I'll walk you through the process of how you can equip yourself to deal with a lot of energy happening around, be it negative or positive. Sometimes we tend to get so overwhelmed about it. And the objective is to how to stay ourselves grounded, how to make ourselves stay grounded or centered. Meaning to say, alam nyo, di ba, the waves of the ocean sometimes gets so wavy, so high. The waves tend to get so high, but when we practice mindfulness, the wave somehow comes down. Okay, the wave somehow comes down, and then we experience that inner peace and inner calm. So that's why a lot of people are really into mindfulness, most especially these days. Okay. Now, before anything else, let me just tell you what. Let me just give you a brief background of what mindfulness is. Okay. But for me, perhaps before getting to the simplest definition of mindfulness, let me tell you what mindfulness is not. Mindfulness is not you closing your eyes and then practicing hard focus, trying to empty your mind. Okay? Although those will come as you progress through the ladder of meditation, but that's not what mindfulness is, right? A lot of people have this notion that mindfulness is about emptying the mind, having really hard concentration, having really hard focus on something. And that's why a lot of people are scared to practice it because sometimes they feel like they are set up to fail already because they don't know how to focus. Okay, but that's not what mindfulness is. As a matter of fact, when we practice mindfulness, we just allow ourselves to wander. Okay, it's okay for our mind to wander and be out of the present moment. Okay lang yon, right? But mindfulness comes in into pulling back our attention ever so gently to the present if in case our mind wanders, right? And the beauty of mindfulness is also being in the present, simply being in the present, not really worrying about the past, not worrying about the future, but simply respecting and honoring the present, and simply by being gentle to yourself here in the present, and by simply also supporting yourself here in the present. So a lot of people will ask, what will I gain through mindfulness? It's not so much about what you gain, but it's much about what you lose. So you lose anxiety, you lose a lot of worries, and there had been some clinical studies that actually enabled people with depression to cope with their depression. And with consistent practice of mindfulness, they are able now to detach themselves from the condition. So mindfulness is also about realizing detachment from the surroundings. Okay. By the way, when we say we are detached to to what's going on in our surroundings, it doesn't mean that we are indifferent. That's not what detachment is. Detachment simply means that you are not disturbed, you are not distracted, you are grounded because you know that whatever is happening around you is not necessarily you. Whatever is happening in your thoughts, whatever it is that your body is feeling, it is not who you are. So there is some form of disidentifying from the illusion created by the mind and the illusion that the body is also creating due to the movement of the mind. Okay? So that's it, all right? So now that's what mindfulness is not. Okay, that's what now what is mindfulness? Simply put, mindfulness is awareness. Okay, it is awareness of the space. Again, mindfulness is awareness of the space. What kind of space are we talking about? The space between you, your higher self, and your thoughts, and whatever it is that your body is feeling. So there is this kind of space that separates you and whatever is happening. And that space is right here in the middle. And that's where mindfulness happens. That's where mindfulness happens. Again, this is you, and there is a space, and this is your mind and probably the workings of your body. So in science, we were taught that for each stimulus, there is a response, correct? But in mindfulness, there is a stimulus, there is a space before the response. And so there is this big gap in the middle of the stimulus and the response. And mindfulness allows you to see the space in the middle that is precious, that is wonderful, because now you know that you don't necessarily have to be a victim of whatever stimulus or whatever stimuli it may be that are happening around you. Okay, I hope that helps. Again, it's basically an awareness of the space between you and your thoughts and the workings of your body, and the space is right here in the middle. Are you getting it? Are you getting it? I hope that that is clear so far. Okay, that now that we're uh, sort of easing into what mindfulness is and what mindfulness is not. Okay. All right. So by the way, hi. How do I pronounce this? Okay. Hi, Ira and Chelsea. Okay. Welcome to our mindfulness webinar. Hello, hello, hello to all of you guys. Okay. Now, let's talk about one of the most important components of mindfulness. Not a lot of people know this, but even for 5 seconds, you can meditate. How exciting is that? Imagine a lot of people, particularly even I, when I was new to meditating, I thought that for me to meditate, I need to sit for hours or perhaps half an hour, 15 minutes, 30 minutes. And for a person like me who has ADHD, it will be a punishment, seriously. Okay, my mind would bounce off many things, and there will be a lot of things going on inside my head most of the time. Okay, and here's what I realized. Okay, when I got into mindfulness, it's not as easy. I mean, it's not as hard as I thought it was. It was rather easy. Again, in 5 seconds, you can actually practice mindfulness. Imagine 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mindfulness practice. All you've got to do is to probably just lengthen it a little, a little, a little, a little. Probably you can reach up to 2 minutes, and then maybe 5 minutes, maybe 8 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, probably longer than that. Okay, but it's so easy. And one basic component of mindfulness is simply your breathing. Okay, it's simply your breathing. Okay, ang paghinga ninyo, paghinga. So as you listen to me now, I would simply like you to breathe. Everybody breathe in and breathe out. That's 5 seconds, okay, already. And with you consciously breathing, you're actually able to tap into the power of mindfulness already with that simple 5-second breathing. Okay, let's do it again. Let's breathe together. And breathing in, breathing out. Okay, you can opt to breathe through your nose and exhale through breathe in through your nose and breathe out through your nose, or you can also breathe out through your mouth. It's okay, but always breathe in through your nose. Okay, so let's do that again. Another 5 seconds. Okay, let's savor it. Everybody breathing in and breathing out. How does it feel? It feels wonderful, right? It feels wonderful. Everybody breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Awesome, right? Awesome. All right. Imagine that's 5 seconds times, how many times did you do it? 4? 20 seconds. You're already practicing mindfulness. It's not as hard as it sounds. Okay. So now, when I asked you to breathe, I'd like to know, how did you feel? Can you please chat? Can you please put your answers in the chat box? Okay, nakakagaan ng feeling. Okay, anybody else? Thank you for that feedback, Eleanor. Fiona, hi Fiona. A friend of mine is here. Hi Fiona. Okay, Maria
Hi.
Sheila, okay, says she felt relieved, okay, with that simple breathing, okay, with that simple breathing. Okay, anybody else? Okay, going once, going calming. Shane says calming. All right, so anyway, Chelsea, would you like to say something? Okay, if not, it's okay, all right? We flow as we flow here, right? You're not required to share. How about you, Fiona? You have anything to share? How did it feel? You can put it in our chat box. Breathing in, everybody now. Breathing out. It feels wonderful, right? It feels wonderful to simply be able to breathe. And the thing is this, when we were growing up, we were taught to breathe like from our chest, right? From our chest. I remember we had a teacher when I was in elementary, and she would instruct us, okay, our PE teacher, she would instruct us to breathe. And then we would put all the air here and then breathe out, okay? It's as if the air goes through our chest, okay? It doesn't happen that way. It has to be from your, it has to go down to your diaphragm, by the way, okay? Down to your diaphragm, okay? And when you exhale, your diaphragm should squeeze in a little, all right? Let me just check if I have the picture, okay, so I can show to you, all right? Hold on. I'll show to you the picture. Okay, so here, I'll be sharing my screen. Am I ready to share screen, Karen?
You should be able to share screen.
Okay, all right. So, yeah. Thank you, Karen.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're welcome.
Okay, so here you go. I'm showing this image. Share screen, where are you? Where are you? Share screen. Wait lang.
But there's a green.
Okay, there you go. Okay, I'll be sharing this. Wait lang. Okay, so if you see here, I hope you can see the picture here, no? The picture here. This one here. All right. When we breathe in through our nose, it has to, the air, okay, that we inhale should go to this area. This area. Okay, not here, because it will constrict your chest. Okay, it will create a lot of blockages in your chest. Okay, when you inhale through your nose, okay, the more normal thing is to actually have the air get to here, put to that side. Okay, so now here, all right. Now there's another way to do it. Okay, it's a bit of a technique. Okay, you can put both. You can interlace your fingers like this and put it here by your nape gently. Okay, if you notice, if I breathe in here, the air would just go to my tummy. All right. If you're doing this position already, just say yes in the group chat, please. Please say yes in the group chat if you're doing this already.
I will moderate for you.
Okay,
Since you won't
please,
be
thank
able
you.
to see if you're doing
Yeah.
that. Okay. Okay, Fiona's doing it already. Shane is doing
Okay.
it. Elnor's doing it. Okay, Sheila's doing it. Okay, everybody's
All
doing
right.
it, I guess.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, so now you breathe in through your nose. O, di ba? Walang lusot yung hangin, hindi siya napunta sa chest, dumiretso siya sa tummy ninyo. I mean, I'm sorry, Shell, baka we have a foreigner here. So what happened there was that the air didn't have to go, didn't have to get stuck in your chest. It went straight to your diaphragm, okay, below your tummy. So breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Now, you put your hands down, okay, palms up, and rest it on your lap. And breathing in,
Yes.
breathing out. So see now, it feels much better. Okay, it doesn't go to your chest anymore. It now goes straight down to your tummy, or I mean down to your diaphragm. And that's how we should be breathing. What happens is that as we grow older, we forget how to breathe.
English.
Imagine the
Yep.
most natural thing of all, okay, to keep us alive. We forget how to do because of perhaps many things that are happening around us, probably in our family, at work, okay? And when we're students, we're not immune from stress. Okay, our teachers, the expectations of the people around us. Maybe you are grade conscious. I was grade conscious. Okay, or maybe you'd like to please your teachers or you'd like to please your parents. There's nothing wrong with that, but remember to breathe. Okay, simply remember to breathe as you go through everything. Okay, and it's true what Fiona said that it gets easier. Okay, to breathe the more you do it consciously. But now here, mindfulness is simply breathing. When you breathe consciously, you are already practicing mindfulness. If you want to deeper the practice of mindfulness, we now listen to the sound of our breath. Okay, can we do that? Okay, so can we do that now? All right, so everybody, breathing in, listen to the sound of your breath as the air enters through your nose, and exhale. Listen to the sound of the air going out of your body. Breathing in, listen to the sound of the air getting through your nose. Breathing out, listen to the sound of the air going out of your body. Okay, so everybody breathing in. As you breathe in, please gently close your eyes and really feel and listen to the air getting inside. Gently hold. Breathe out and simply allow the air to go out and listen to the air as it goes out. I hope your eyes are closed now. Please gently close your eyes. Continue breathing in, breathing out. Another one, breathing in, breathing out. Last one, breathing in. And as you breathe out, gently open your eyes. Okay, so I'd like to ask our attendees, okay? So how does it feel hearing the sound of your breath? Can you please tell me? I'm so excited to know how it goes for everybody. Yes, okay, thank you, Elnor. Elnor says it's relaxing. Just continue breathing as we're doing this activity, okay? As you're thinking of something you'd like to share in the chat box, okay, just continue breathing. Okay, anything you'd like to share? Felt weird at the start kasi hindi pa sanay. It's okay. It's okay. Okay, you're thinking if you're breathing in enough air. Okay, sige lang. Okay, anything else? How about Chelsea? Is it okay to hear from you? Well, again, you're not required. Okay, only if you want to share. Okay, how about, okay, Shane? Shane? How about Shane? Okay, so it may have something to do with the connection. Okay, so now this time let's do this again. But if you mention you feel weird, okay, I would just like you to ease into it. Okay, I'd like you to normalize it. Just simply normalize. It's like it's the normal thing that you've been doing for a long time. Because the truth is, when you are about to fall asleep, you are actually listening to the sound of your breath. So it's a really normal thing to do, to listen to the sound of your breath. We're just not used to it, but it doesn't mean it's not normal. It's actually very, very normal. All right? For Fiona, my suggestion is believe that you're breathing in enough air. Because if it's not enough air, okay, you'd probably feel short of breath. But I don't sense that you're feeling short of breath. Okay, I think you're just your body's relaxing into it. Okay, so let's do that. Let's do this again. Everybody breathe in, breathe out, breathing in. And as you breathe out, gently close your eyes. Breathing in. Listen to the sound of your breath. Breathing out. Breathing in. Listen to the sound of your breath. Breathing out. Breathing in. Listen to the sound of your breath. Breathing out. Breathing in. Last one. Breathing out. Okay, everybody open your eyes. Open your eyes now. Okay, all right. So, Fiona, I'd like to ask you, um, how does your body feel right now after a few breathing exercises? I mean, compared to when you got into the Zoom room. Fiona? Okay, so it becomes easier now. So you're not, okay. So I think Fiona is not thinking now. Okay, whether whether she's breathing properly or not anymore, because your body knows. Okay, you just trust your body. Your body knows what to do. Okay, so when you breathe, and I hope Maria. Okay, Maria, it doesn't feel that weird anymore. Does it still feel weird? I'd like to ask Maria, Sheila. Okay, all right. Thank you. Okay, so hindi na, no? So, you know, and another thing about mindfulness, okay, if you want to fall asleep, you simply listen to the sound of your breath. Okay, so if you're suffering from insomnia, or if your mind is very active at night, okay, before you sleep, you're thinking about many things that are about to happen the next day. Just try it. Okay, just try it. Okay, so you breathe in, listen to the sound of your breath, and then you breathe out. Okay, now let's go a little deeper, okay, into mindfulness now. Let's go a little deeper into mindfulness now. So if earlier, okay, we breathed in and then we breathed out, okay, 5-second mindfulness na yan. And then we started listening to it, correct? Okay, that is the first deepening. We listen to it. We listen to the sound of our breath, or breathing in and breathing out. Now we will feel the breath or the air in our body, the breath of life in our body. So that's what we will do now. As we breathe in, okay, we will hold it for 2 counts only, okay? Para hindi kayo mabigla, right? So we breathe in for 3 counts. 2, 3, hold for 2 counts, and in that 2 counts, you feel it in your body. 2, 2, and breathe out. Okay, and then imagine your whole body as if it were a balloon. So when you breathe in, it's like you are inflating your whole body up to your fingertips and up to your toes. Okay, and up to your crown. All right? And then as you breathe out, imagine you are deflating as small as this. Okay, did you get it? Okay, so let's do that, everybody. Okay, assume your position right now. Okay, by the way, have your spine relaxed. Okay, straight but relax. Okay, straight spine but relax. Allow your shoulder to rest on your hips, to fall on your hips like this. Just let it fall on your hips. Okay, with your palms facing up. Okay, resting on your lap. Okay, So everybody, chin a little down, chin a little down. Okay, so everybody, breathing in. Breathing out. Good job, everyone. Breathing in for 3 counts, 2, 3, hold, 2, and breathing out, 1, 2, 3, hold, 2. Breathing in, 2, 3, hold, 2, and breathing out, 2, hold, 2, breathing in. Just continue with it. Carry on with your breathing, with your eyes gently closed, with your eyes very soft inside. Breathing in, breathing out. Feel your whole body receiving this breath of life. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Last one, breathing in. And breathing out, gently open your eyes. I can just imagine the look in your faces right now. Okay, if I can describe it, I think it's a feeling of peace, calm, serenity, okay, bliss, all right, stillness, okay. So you're starting to feel it, okay, in your body. And you know what? Without you even knowing, we've been talking for 33 minutes, but because you're breathing, you're also able to practice the power of being present. The power of simply being present in the moment. That's why when a lot of people are stressed, okay, there are only two causes of stress. You're either thinking of the past or thinking of the future, right? There are only, again, I'll say it again, okay, you're either thinking of the past or thinking about the future. But when we breathe in and out, we simply honor and respect the present, this very moment that is given to us, because this is all we have anyway. The past is gone. The future is not yet here in the present. But when we think of the past, when we think of the future, stress happens. But does it happen in the now? No, it happened in the past, it happened in the future. Right? Okay, so Fiona here. Okay, I was feeling sort of pain on my chest when breathing, but now I think it's because I'm not breathing correctly. Okay, so Fiona, let me just guide you, all right? Let me just guide you. The pain in the chest is when we try to expand the chest instead of direct the energy to upper tummy. So I'd like you to do this gently, Fiona. Okay, if you can interlace your finger and put it here, better. But if you can only do this, it's also okay. All right? Okay, pwede rin ganito. Hindi pwede. Dito lang. Joke lang. All right. So again, you just put your arms here or wherever you can reach it. Okay, and then you inhale. Exhale. Breathing in, Fiona. And exhale. Are you trying it, Fiona? Can you quickly type in the chat group? Did you try it? Did you try what I said? This shadow. Okay, so did it still hurt? Masakit pa rin, hindi na. Does it still hurt? Not anymore. Ah, all right. Okay, so good. All right, awesome. Okay, awesome. Okay, so if you can interlace your finger here, if you can't do this, okay, you can you can actually simply just do this. Just do this. You're breathe in, breathe out. Okay, so that the air goes straight to your diaphragm. Okay, so that's okay. So is there anybody here who felt a different sensation when they're breathing? So maybe I can correct it for you. Okay, I can help you correct it. Did you feel any pain in any part of your body? Any constriction? Meron ba? Just say no if hindi naman. Thank you, Fiona. All right. Sige. That's a very good suggestion. Maria, sige. I'll do that. I'll do that. So if you're starting to feel sleepy, it's normal. Okay, it's normal. It means that your body is responding to the breath, and you know what happens to our body when we deprive it of breath. It sometimes gets weaker. And so now we are nourishing it with a lot of breath of life by simply breathing in and breathing out. So your body is responding to it. That's what's going on. If you feel a little sleepy, it's okay. All right. When I was a beginner meditator, I would often fall asleep. As a matter of fact, even when I was in advanced already, okay, in one of our retreats, yogi retreats, I fell asleep on the what they call that, on the picnic mat. Because we were under the sun when during meditation, and I fell asleep. So it's okay. Okay, it means that it's what your body needs. So respect the needs of your body. Okay, now let's
Yeah.
let's
June,
do
you might want to
yeah.
tell them about your um YouTube channel for, I think Sheila is asking. Yeah, Sheila's asking
Yeah. Or, yes. Okay. Sige. But I'll message it to everybody
later.
now. Ito.
Yeah. Because June is a YouTube channel.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I'll be uploading a lot of stuff there. So maybe you'd like to follow and share. Okay. I talk about consciousness, awareness, awakening, and meditation, and essence. Okay, essence like gratitude, love, peace, and also my insights with what's going on around us. If you had known me before, you wouldn't have imagined I'd be directed to this path. Pero wala, feeling ko this is my calling. So anyway, um, okay, so where were we? Okay, what we were talking about is that, thank you, Elnor. Okay, what we were talking about is simply honoring the present, and that stress happens in the past and in the future, but not necessarily in the present. Okay, all stresses are created in our mind because of its attention to the past and attention to the future, but not necessarily by the attention in the present moment. Okay, and breathing does just that. It grounds us, it centers us back to our body, it helps us become more aware that we are here in the now, in the moment. Okay, now, so the next thing we're going to do is to practice meditation on stillness and silence. Okay, meditation on stillness and silence. No music, simply your breathing. So this is what's going to happen, right? I'll be guiding you to to 3 breaths before there will be a long silence, and then you will hear my voice again. And then after that, there will be a long silence, not very, very long, really. Okay, and then you will hear my voice again. Okay, so that's what's going to happen. So in the middle, okay, that's the silent part. Okay, allow your mind to wander. It's okay, really. You don't need to be hard on yourself and say to yourself, what's going on? Come on, mind, come back to the present. I'm meditating here. Okay, that's not how it works. Okay, you let it wander, and then you gently call it back, simply by listening to the sound of your breath and feeling your body as it breathes. All right, so that's what we're going to do now. So please, everybody, go to your meditation posture. Okay, so If you're sitting down, it's okay. Just simply sit erect. Again, straight spine, but not strained, okay? Don't strain it, okay? Simply sit as you would, okay? Comfortably, all right? Let your shoulders fall on your hips with your arms facing up as you rest them down on your lap. Okay, if your feet are flat on the floor, that's okay. Okay, if you are doing an Indian sit, it's also okay. But if you're a beginner meditation, I suggest you put your feet flat on the floor, feet flat on the floor, hip level. Okay, hip level, parallel to your hips. Okay, so if you are more comfortable leaning, it's also okay. Okay, but if you're more comfortable without backrest, it's also okay. Okay, listen to your body so long as you're comfortable. Okay, so let's do this now. Everybody breathing in and breathing out, breathing in and breathing out, breathing in. As you breathe out, gently close your eyes. Continue breathing. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. There will be silence. Where is your mind now? Did it get distracted by any sound in your surroundings? It's okay. Gently call it back, the sound of your breath, as you feel your body savoring the life energy. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Continue listening to the sound of your breath. Where is your mind now? If it wandered, be gentle to yourself. Gently call back your mind to the present by simply listening to the sound of your breath. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. I'll count down from 5 to 1. For each count, breathe in and breathe out gently. 5, Allow your breath to normalize. 4. Breathing in, breathing out. 3. Allow your breath to normalize. 2 and 1. Last breath, breathing in deeply and exhale gently. Open your eyes with a big, big smile. I hope you guys are still awake. How does it feel? All right, so let's just savor the energy. All right, just savor the energy of that you have just generated simply by allowing yourself to be present in the moment. And now, before we end, mindfulness is really a life practice. When we say that mindfulness is a life practice, you don't necessarily have to do this with your eyes closed, you sitting down, being in a meditative position. It doesn't have to be like that, right? As a matter of fact, even when you are working, okay, even if you're working, you can simply practice breathing in and breathing out. If you get distracted by a lot of what's going on around you, then you go back to your breath, you breathe in and you breathe out until you feel that you are already in the present moment. Okay, now here, Fiona has a question. What if you felt some tension in your shoulders? It means that, it only means that when you breathe, okay, kanina, or when you breathed earlier, it was probably one of those few moments when the breath was able to touch a part of your shoulder, okay, or to reach a part of your shoulder. But I'd like to help you. I'd like to help you remove that. Okay. Is there anybody here who feel any tension in any part of their body? Because another use of mindfulness is to actually help you cope with pain. Okay, is a very useful tool to help you cope up with pain. Okay, bodily pain, and even mental pain. So if there is anybody here who feel any tension in any part of their body, I'd like them to put them in the chat room, okay, in the chat box, so we can do a very quick mindfulness practice for you to release it. Anyone? Si Fiona lang? Lower back. Okay, sige. Just keep them coming. Si Elnor, lower back. Who else? How about Sheila? Is there any part of your body that you may feel constricted right now? I'll be sending some healing energy, and then we'll be doing some mindfulness as well. About Shane and Yves. Hi, Yves. Thank you for being here. Meron pa ba? Okay. Okay. Hi. Okay. So here, this is what we'll do. Okay. So you find a part of your body that you think, okay, is often acting out, sometimes often painful. Right? Sometimes it's our lower back, sometimes our shoulders, sometimes our head, okay? Sometimes probably it's our arms, sometimes it's our knees, okay? Okay, it depends. Okay, you just choose any part of your body. If you don't want to choose a part of your body, then probably your whole body na lang, okay? But for Elnor and Fiona, listen to my instruction carefully as we do a mindfulness release of tension. Okay, that's what we will do right now. So I'd like you all to close your eyes again. Okay, assume a meditative position. Right? It's okay, Shane. Okay lang yan. All right. Assume a meditative position. Breathe in, breathe out, and breathe in, breathe out. This time, as you breathe in, And you breathe out, gently close your eyes. And then you breathe in, allow the air to reach that tense part of your body. For Elnor, allow the power of the breath of life to reach through your lower back. For Fiona, allow it to reach the tense part of your shoulders. For the others, allow the breath of life to simply travel all throughout your veins, all throughout your body. Breathing in and breathing out. Now, as you exhale, imagine or visualize the tension disappearing and dissolving. And then breathe in again. As you breathe in, direct the energy to the tense part of your body. And as you breathe out, imagine and visualize that the tense part of your body is simply relaxing. Breathing in and breathing out. Continue breathing in, breathing out. And in the last two breaths, it will be completely gone. Breathing in, breathing out. Last breath, breathing in, breathing out. Okay, gently open your eyes with gratitude. All right. So I'd like to ask Elnor, how does your lower back feel? Okay, feels good na. Okay, how about Fiona? Fiona, nakatulog ka na ba? Hindi naman. Okay, nawala yung sa right. Okay, okay Fiona, nawala yung sa right. Okay, sige. Okay, so this is what I'd like you to do, Fiona. This time with your eyes open. Okay, Fiona, with your eyes open, I'd like you to simply breathe in and direct the energy to your left shoulder. And as you breathe out, gently close your eyes and release the tension on your left shoulder. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Release the tension on your left shoulder. Breathing in and breathing out. Release the tension on your left shoulder as you breathe out. Breathing in and breathing out. And allow your arms, both your arms, to fall limp on both your sides. Breathing in and breathing out. Does it feel better now, Fiona? Yeah, all right, awesome. Oh, so you see the beauty of this? Okay, you see the beauty of this? You, what do you call that? Okay, you don't need to go to the cabinet to actually get some pills to remove the pain in your body. Simply by breathing, you are able to somehow manage the unease or the dis-ease or the discomfort in your body. And it's simple, okay? The principle behind it is actually very simple. Our body needs oxygen, our body needs us to breathe. And when we breathe into the part that's not normally reached by our breathing, we are telling or we are nurturing that part of our body. And that's what's going on here. Okay, that's what's going on here. So if, for example, you have a headache, okay, you simply do that breathing exercise and you'll feel much better, probably around 5 or 10 breaths, okay, and you don't need to go to the cabinet to get any form of medicine, okay. Simply by breathing into yourself, breathing life into yourself, you are able to somehow manage your pain better. Okay, so anyway, this is the last. Okay, this is the last thing. Okay, that we will do. Mindfulness. When we speak of mindfulness, it is a life practice. When we say it's a life practice, even after this, you can simply be mindful by following three simple steps: breathing, listening to the sound of breath, and then allowing your whole body to feel the breath. Those three only. Okay, those three only. You breathe, you listen to the sound of your breath, let your whole body feel the breath, the energy, the life energy inside. Okay, that's it. That's one. That's those three steps can actually help you practice mindfulness. Okay, very very easily. And mindfulness as a life practice only means that we accept that we get distracted sometimes. We accept that sometimes there's stress in life. We accept that sometimes we commit mistakes, but it's okay because anyway, we can breathe into the present moment and breathe out in the present moment. So that's it. All right. That's our mindfulness talk for this evening, and there will be more mindfulness talks in the future. So I hope you still could join us. With regard to the Facebook account, it's my Facebook. I'll just chat it to everybody. Okay, I'll just chat it to
Yeah.
everybody here. Okay, you can find me on FBIG Twitter at June Hebrew. Now, do not be surprised if you see in some of my posts that I was heavily that I was politically heavy in the past. Okay, that's all in the past now. Okay, so hala, where did the time go? Oh nga, no, ang bilis lang siya, no? All right. So anyway, so I hope you could find me on FBIG Twitter. That's the handle at June Hebrew, and on follow my YouTube channel as well. Okay. In my YouTube channel, I'll be doing a lot of sharing a lot of meditation techniques and a lot of insights with regard to different essences. Okay, consciousness, awareness, and meditation. All right.
Yeah.
So back to you, Karen.
Thank you. Thank you, June, for that mindfulness workshop. Ang galing. I always love June's webinars because ang simple-simple, pero it's something that you can really practice every single day. Also, we have June is a surprise. He is going to launch his book really, really soon. I'm sending you the link. And also, please, could we also have another webinar this coming Thursday? It's called the Divine Intellect. So I hope you can join that. Oh, it's not the Divine Intellect. It's the Alchemist Intellect. It's also a free webinar. This one will be done by Rina Angela Corpus. She's a meditator as well for the last 20 years and a movement artist. So sign up for that. You can go to
Sign
the
up na
event
kaya,
page of
guys.
Online Healing
Yeah.
Community. Yeah. But you have other final words, June. You have other questions for the ones who are here.
Uh,
Thank you for joining us. Yeah.
breathe. Keep breathing.
That's your ano. Oo nga.
That's the
That's
final
true, diba?
message for tonight. Yeah.
Yeah, keep breathing. Okay, if you have no other questions, we'll see you in the next webinar. Bye, everyone. Good night.
Bye
Thank you,
everyone. Thank you for
June.
joining. Thank you,
Thank
Thank
Karen.
you.
you. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.